Welcome back to the Kickback Lounge podcast. My name's Drew Young. Today, we got Max Cherryoff in the building, co-host.
Yes, sir.
And then we got MMA fighter, UFC fighter, St. Louis's own Joaquin Buckley in the building.
Yeah, man. Finally, I'm in the building, bro.
Yes, sir.
Why it take us so long?
You been in Michigan, bro. You been
I
out
ain't
there
trying to.
training.
Nah, I've been asked to be on here.
We've been waiting on you, bro.
Y'all been waiting on me?
Yeah, man.
All right,
We've been waiting for you to get back, bro. No, but so we want to take it back to the beginning. You know, we've been looking into your story a little bit. You know, you've been training with Max like since early 20s, right?
Yeah.
Like he said, he was like 16.
I was about 16, yeah.
Well, you about? I think you about 14.
No,
bro.
14, yeah. I was like
14.
14, yeah. I was like 16 when I started met Joaquin.
Yeah.
15, 16, somewhere there.
Okay. So let's see. So early life, there's a lot out there about how your grandma supported you.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, so she raised me for the majority of my younger life, you know what I mean? Because my mother passed away when I was 12, when I was in 6th grade, you know what I'm saying? So when she passed away, my grandmother became my guardian, you know what I'm saying, overall. So, yeah, my grandma raised me throughout my whole, like, you know what I'm saying, life, you know what I mean? Shit.
What lessons would you say she, like, kind of instilled in you?
I mean, the biggest lessons, man, and that will always stick with me, bro, is just to always follow my dream, you know what I mean? And, like, literally, that's why I'm doing mixed martial arts, because I told her about it. You know what I mean? She didn't like the whole idea of me fighting, but she was like, look, if that's something that you want to do, then go for it. But if you go for it, make sure you're the best at it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So if you can't be the best, be one of the best at what you're doing. So that's what I carry with me all the time. Just follow what you want to do at all times. You know, because we only got one life. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yeah, because you had uncles that were fighting, right?
Yeah, so I got a big, you know what I'm saying, family of boxers, you know what I mean? So back in the early days in St. Louis, bro, we had a big community of boxers that was coming through, you know what I mean? First off, you had Sonny Liston, you know what I'm saying, that he wasn't born and raised here, but definitely lived out the majority of his life and career as a boxer here, you know what I mean? You have my man, Lennox Lewis, you know what I mean, that also a boxer here, you know, so... a bunch of my uncles used to box, you know what I mean? They didn't make it, you know, too far into, you know, the professional and become a world champion, anything like that. Yeah. But when you from St. Louis, bro, you had to learn how to fight, you know what I mean? So that was the cool part about that, you know what I mean? It was already in my blood, you know, before I even knew it.
Did you get to meet him at all?
Who?
Your uncles?
Yeah, I know all my uncles. Yeah, man. Yeah, these are all my great uncles.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So these are my grandmother's brothers. You know what I mean? So Larry, Uncle Donald, Uncle Junior, Uncle Charles. Man, it's like 5 of them, bro. It's a lot of them, bro. You know what I'm saying? So,
That's awesome.
John. So yeah. So the Brooks family. Yes, sir.
Go ahead. I was gonna say, were they all boxers or did they have any other sports?
No. They was all boxers. You
All
know what I mean? They probably played other sports. You know what I mean? Back in high school, but everybody boxed though. You know? Yeah.
Okay, that's what's up.
So did you like watch them doing that growing up at all, or you didn't really see it?
I wasn't even born when they was doing that, bro.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. So they was like I said, they older, you know what I'm saying? So they all in their, 60s, 70s, you know what I'm saying? So I wasn't even born when they was, in their career boxing, So they only got like photos, a lot of them footages that they did have probably gone and disappeared and stuff like that. But my Uncle Charles, though, he showed me a bunch of photos, a bunch of trophies that he done did, you know what I'm saying, with the Golden Gloves, also going professional. He almost fought Muhammad Ali, you know what I mean? But they didn't take the call for him, which, kind of sucked because that would have been his, like, big, not saying my man would have beat him or nothing. I don't know, you know what I'm saying? We never know. But at the end of the day, though, exactly, you know what I mean? So that would have been cool little story for him to have, but, they just didn't take the fight. Yep.
So then in high school, you got into wrestling, right?
Yes, yeah. So how that all started, this is actually how I met Edric, you know what I mean? Shout out to my man. Yeah. So when I was in middle school, you had a bunch of the high schools, even from Lafayette, but mainly from Marquette, that come down to Crestview, whatever, and show a bunch of kids, wrestling moves to pretty much get everybody initiated and try to get them to join up on the team, you know. And my first memory of meeting Edric, you know what I'm saying, another homeboy of mine, Jashawn, he was a big old kid, big old 8th grader, bro. Probably walking around like 180, you know what I'm saying? It was just an athlete overall. My man still got records probably at the middle school, you know what I'm saying, for track and all the other stuff. But anyways, Edric was probably, even though he was like probably, 16, whatever, 15 years old, he probably was like 140, you know what I mean? So Deshaun had like 40 pounds on him.
Yeah.
So when they go out and they wrestle each other, because Deshaun picked him out, you know what I'm saying? The littlest dude, he's like, yeah, bro, I want to wrestle you.
Yeah.
Deshaun go out there, run him down, boom, take him down, boom. And you know, we all kids, bro. It's like, shit, 15 of us, bro. We all running around hollering like, Deshaun just took down high school. Deshaun just took down high school.
Right.
So Edgy like, all right, bet. My nigga walk off. Actually, I'm going to use this as a prop, right? He took this shit, grabbed his little headgear, boom, popped that motherfucker on. He was like, all right, come back. So he came back. Deshaun tried to run over to him again. Edgy snapped him down, picked him up, boom, slammed his ass, bro. Ever since then, bro, I had that mirror. I was like, bro, I want to wrestle. You know what I mean? So as soon as I got into high school, met him and stuff like that, he told me how to get started and whatnot. And after that, bro, we just got started wrestling in high school all 4 years, you know?
Yeah. So how'd it go from wrestling to MMA then?
Bobby Kahn, one of the coaches, actually, he was one of the best wrestlers back at Marquette. I think he should place all 4 times in state, you know what I mean? So that's a big deal, you know what I mean? So, but we needed coaches because our coaches had left. So like Joe Weir, you know, I'm forgetting some Frankenberger, you know what I mean? A lot of coaches just gave up on the program after the head coach left because his son couldn't make it into Marquette. He had to go to Lafayette. So they wouldn't let his son into the school. So he left and the program just went to shit after that because he knew what he was doing, you know what I mean? So Bobby Kahn came in, helped out, you know what I mean? But he was actually introduced me to Michael Johnson, you know, UFC fighter, right? So before, you know what I'm saying, UFC was really on the brain, Michael Johnson actually came to Marquette, you know what I'm saying? And was just, you know what I mean, like just mentoring us and shit like, oh, yeah, I can do it. And I was like, bro, I want to be a fighter. He was like, all right, bet. You know, not believing, like, you know what I'm saying? Because any kid just going to be like, oh, yeah, I want to do what you doing. You know what I'm saying? You ain't going to be like, yeah, you ain't going to make it, but you can tell, like, he was like, all right, yeah. That's cool, you know what I'm saying? Had that little dream. But just back then, yeah, big fact. So when Bobby Kahn came to me, he was like, hey, bro, you know, you remind me of Tyron Woodley and stuff like that. Oh, sure. I think, you know, after, you know, graduate, you do your thing, bro, you should definitely think about doing mixed martial arts. You know what I mean? And it kind of stuck in my brain. I was like, yeah, let me try this stuff out. You know what I mean? So as soon as I graduated, you know what I mean, I went on Google, you know what I'm saying? Just like simple as that, bro. Went on Google. First gym that popped up, bro. First gym I went to, Phoenix. Yeah. MMA. Called them up. Hey, man, I'm trying to, you know, sign up. I forget what dude's name is, who I spoke to. But he was like, yeah, bro, we'll sign you up. You know what I mean? First session, you know what I mean? Free, everything, blah, blah, blah. Did it, loved it, signed up, bro. Never stopped since, bro.
Yeah. So would you say he was like, did he play like a mentor role, Michael Johnson, at all to you? Not
for real, but he was definitely like an inspiration, like, you know what I'm saying, to see that, like, you know what I mean. It definitely influenced me, you know what I'm saying. So big facts, yeah. Because I would reach out to him randomly some days, and he'll reach back out, you know what I mean. So I was like, hey, what's the best way to pursue for this career? You just stay consistent. Yeah, that was literally it. He was like, just stay consistent, find a good gym, and just keep going. You know what I mean. So I did that. Yeah.
So then you were training up at Finney's. So I think I read you were training a whole year before your first fight, right?
Yeah. So I trained a whole year before I actually took a fight. So I was almost 19, but like my first fight was March 23rd. I believe 2013. So right before I was gonna turn 19. Yeah.
Do you still remember the first fight at all?
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, I mean, I paid for a couple tickets for some people. You know what I'm saying? So I came out of bag. You know what I'm saying? Just to get people to watch me fight. You know, because a lot of people didn't know where this was gonna go. I didn't know where this was gonna go necessarily. You know what I mean? But you know, the closest ones to me. You know what I mean? Like I said, Edric, his brother Evan. You know what I mean? A lot of them came to support me, you know what I mean? And like I said, you know, I paid for some tickets, you know, for my family, for them to come watch me. I actually paid for my grandpa before he passed away. He got to see me fight, you know what I mean? So that was pretty dope, you know. But, you know, we didn't know where this was going to go at one point, you know what I mean? So, you know, that was cool to have that first fight and that first experience, you know what I mean, with my closest loved ones, you know, because that was all that was, you know what I mean?
Were you nervous? Like, what was your emotions going into the first fight?
Man, bro, I thought I had to shit my pants, bro.
Really?
Like, yeah, big facts. Like, yeah, I took a shit like 3 times.
And 3 times is crazy.
Right. But none came out my ass. I was just nervous, bro.
Yeah, so. You say you too?
No. Like, my first fight, dude, I was like the butterflies you get, dude, it's crazy, man. Like, you get like weird, anxious feeling. Your hands sweat, your feet sweat.
Everything. Even Edric was in the background, and he was sweating. I'm like, nigga, what you sweating for?
He's in the stall next to you.
So, you know, my biggest thing, like, because like I said, you know, you training, and like I said, this is the first fight. I don't know what to expect. You know, I've been in fights before, you know what I'm saying, but not in a fight where somebody actually trained to compete with me, you know what I'm saying, and it's actually probably as good, you know what I'm saying, like, because I was fighting bums, you know what I'm saying, like, these dudes, they think they tough, you know what I mean, until they run into the right one.
Right.
You know what I mean? So to actually go out there and compete with somebody else, bro, whole different experience, and then not knowing how good you really are. But, you know, once I went out there, you know what I'm saying, I'm still kind of nervous. Once that he hit me first, actually, you know what I'm saying, in the fight, and that woke me up. I'm like, all right, bet. You know what I mean? And I took him out in the first round.
Took you back. I think somewhere said it took you back to when your grandma used to, like, discipline you, bro.
Oh yeah. Actually, funny though. My granny never put her hands on me.
Oh really?
My mama used to beat my ass. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Only when I deserved it though. You know what I'm saying? I never made the same mistake twice.
Like,
I tell you
no.
that. You hear me? Shit. So, but big facts though, man. Definitely brought some memories back then. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day though, you know, even when my mom raised me at a very early age, you know what I'm saying, from, you know, when I was a baby up until 11 years old, you know, up until she passed away, you know what I mean? A lot of things that she did for me, because she was a single mother, you know what I mean? Yeah. So everything that she did, you know what I mean, she did for me, you know what I mean? And all those things and all those sacrifices she made is still instilled with me today, you know what I mean? Because you got to make sacrifices in order to make things happen, you know what I mean? So for her to raise me the way that she did, man, I'm so happy because it still reflects on what I'm doing today. You know?
Would you say that's like who you fight for now?
Would you like my mother? Well, you know, my mother gone, so you know what I mean.
No, like just like that's why you.
Oh well, like I would say this though. It sucks that she's gone, but it's a reminder that, bro, like I said, we only got one life. And you never know when your day is up. You know what I mean? So my thing is, like, for anybody out there, bro, like, if you just living life, just living it, you know what I mean, and don't have any goals, don't have a for real purpose to reach, you know what I mean, you might want to find it, because when tomorrow is gone, you know what I'm saying, or it doesn't come, you know what I'm saying, what are people going to look back at, you know what I'm saying, to remind them of you, you know what I mean, because a lot of people die and get forgot about from their closest ones, from family members, you know what I'm saying. So my biggest thing is, bro, always leaving something behind.
And you definitely did that, bro.
Big facts, you know what I mean, but we still working, you know what I mean. Yeah. But right now I'm fighting for my little one, my son, you know what I mean, Isaiah. So, you know, that's my biggest thing, bro, right now. That's my biggest motivation.
Has the motivation changed since he's been born? Like, how has it changed for you?
I don't know. That's a good question, because at the end of the day, I have been fighting for myself, but it's just a little bit extra just having my son. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, these are my selfish goals that I want to become a world champion and everything. Because my son could probably care less about that eventually, even when he gets older. You know what I mean? But at the same time, what I'm doing is showing him that he can do whatever he wants to do as well. You know what I mean? So, you know, that extra little motivation right there in itself, that I'm influencing my son in a positive way. You know?
That's dope. Yeah. If he came to you and he was like, "Yeah, Dad, I want to be an MMA fighter," what would you say?
I say, hell no. We don't make enough money. We don't make enough money. Not yet. Yeah. I mean, that day coming, but it's gonna be a minute. It's gonna be a minute before we start making like pro athletes, like NFL, NHL, boxers. You know what I mean? Before we start making money like that. So I would tell them, you probably got to pick something else. I don't mind them training. You know what I mean? I don't mind them finding the art, you know, and the discipline to believe in. You know what I mean? And just stay committed to that. But at the same time, it's just not worth it. You know? Yeah.
Because I mean,
definitely if I do it right. Now, if I messed up, get knocked out a couple times, and Daddy ain't got the bag no more, I fumble the bag, then okay, you ain't got no choice. What's the Rocky movie? The new Rocky movie? Oh, Creed.
Yeah.
This is all he knows. You know what I'm saying? Shit.
I mean, he might end up having the same build as you. Have you always been like built like that? Like,
yeah, I mean, shoot, I got it from my dad, and my dad got it from his dad. You know what I'm saying? So like, you know, shit, bro, it's just genetics, man. You know what I'm saying? So I always been like even when I was like 14, bro, I had pecs. You know what I'm saying? I could pop my chest and shit like that. You know
like Terry Crews.
Yeah, Terry Crews and shit. You know what I mean? So yeah, man, I always been built, but you know, even at a weird age too, man, because I wasn't like big on sports, right? Like even when I was like young, I didn't play football, I didn't do soccer, I didn't do nothing like that. But I used to love to work out. You know what I'm saying? Like I used to just love doing push-ups and all this other stuff, just random at 7 years old. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, just random. And like my godmother, you know what I'm saying, Erica Larry, whatever, and she used to tell me all the time, like, boy, what you doing push-ups for? You ain't finna get big, you know what I'm saying? I used to always flex in the mirror. I ain't had no muscles, bro. I just be flexing this shit, like, ugh. So I think I actually want to be a bodybuilder.
Oh, okay.
Low key, I wanted to be like just the most jackest motherfucker just for no reason, you know what I'm saying? Can't even wipe your ass. It's swole, yeah.
Right.
So, yeah, but yeah, it's a weird little thing that I had going on when I was young. Yeah, just always working out.
Yeah.
You know.
So how many amateur fights did you have? Because like I don't know. Max was saying like they didn't really track that.
No,
stuff
they
too much
didn't track it,
back
but I went 8-0. I was undefeated.
8-0?
I was undefeated, but I fought the best. Even though that's not like a big record, I fought all the best people I could find. You know what I'm saying?
You knocked out like a bunch of guys like Kyle Kurtz, right?
Yeah.
You fought him twice,
Yeah,
right?
I fought him twice. So first time I fought him was amateur. That was my last amateur fight, and then we fought again as a pro. Cause then he beat Adam. I don't know if it was before or after though.
I think it was before.
It was Steve that he beat, right? I think he beat Steve. Damn, I can't remember.
No, I don't think they fought, had they?
Yeah, he fought everybody and then they beat.
Dude's just tough, man.
he beat Adam and he beat Steve, unfortunately. You know what I'm saying? So I had to get that little win back for us. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, all right, bro, you ain't just doing everybody
Get
dirty, cuz.
Yeah,
bro, I gotta get that shit. You know what I mean? So I know, because we went to a decision in our first fight as an amateur, and then I knocked him out in our second fight.
Because you just had to get it back. Do you remember? So you were doing this all like with Shamrock, right? Yeah,
everything was with Finney's MMA. You know what I mean? I mean, at the end of the day, that was my foundation when it came to my pro career. You know what I mean? And you know, I don't like talking bad on anything or anybody. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I still built myself as a fighter. You know, it wasn't a lot of instructors that knew exactly what they was talking about. You know what I mean? Because they weren't real coaches. You know what I mean? They were just dudes that enjoyed combat, and I feel them, you know what I'm saying? Because you gotta have that passion to come from somewhere. Yeah. But at the end of the day, technically, they didn't know what they was doing either. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So
especially back then, it's very different.
Yeah, real different, man. You know what I mean? And then the person that probably could have taught us a lot, he was too busy promoting. You know what I'm saying? You can't only be so much. You trying to be a manager, you trying to be a promoter, you trying to be a coach. You know what I mean? Like you only gonna sway to whatever's gonna bring you in that money, you know what I'm saying? And that was the promoting wise, you know what I mean? So Jesse Finney is definitely one of the best promoters in St. Louis, point blank, period, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, he was lacking the other parts that we needed him in as well, you know? But like I said, the cool part about that means it made me have to work harder and figure out where that information, where I could get it from, you know? And it sucked for a minute because I'm taking information from all different type of disciplines, traditional martial arts, you know what I mean? Some shit that ain't just not gonna work, you know what I mean? But I tried anything, and I used it in the sparring, you know what I mean? And whatever didn't work, you know what I'm saying? I discarded, got rid of it. But anything that was kind of creative and kind of was useful, I was like, all right, I'm gonna keep that, you know what I mean? Yeah. But it took a while before I could actually understand what I was doing, you know what I mean? So it took a minute.
You draw from like movies, like martial arts movies?
Yeah, man, shit, love that shit, bro. You know what I mean? Shit, I feel like back in the day, because people don't realize like real martial arts movies use real martial artists. You know what I mean? So a lot of the techniques, even though it's choreographed, it's real techniques that you can take from. You know what I mean? So, you know, like I said, you know, you can't use everything, you know what I mean? But if you train anything, bro, and at the right time, it could work. You know what I mean? So, you know, I think we proved that, you know what I'm saying, one of my knockouts, you know?
For sure.
Big facts.
Do you have a favorite character from any movie or like favorite actor?
Actor-wise, man, I say Jackie Chan, bro.
Jackie Chan?
Is the killer, bro, of all killers, man. Because he didn't rely on like CGI and all this other stuff. Like everything that he did, bro, as a stunt man, he made sure to do it. Facts. He didn't ask for another guy to fill in for him. Like he did everything on his own, and then everything he tried to push himself. So okay, we did this. What can we do to top ourselves this time? You know what I mean? And, you know, he had probably one of the best crews in China at the time, you know what I mean? Because he had his own movie production, you know what I mean? But everybody was on point, you know what I mean? And if you wasn't, you couldn't be a part of the team.
Because they just used to do long shots, just straight choreographed.
Yeah, like. Big facts, nonstop. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because you can't just, it ain't like whatever, we going to say that, you know what I'm saying? Whatever, and chop that up. They couldn't do that. They only had the rolls, you know what I mean? So you one take, baby. You got that one take, you know what I mean? So, yeah, Jackie Chan definitely my favorite. I say probably my second, Donnie Yen. I like Donnie Yen a lot. He's in a lot of cool movies. And recently now, my third best is Iko. I can't say his last name, but he played in this movie called The Raid. Whatever. It's a dope ass movie. It's pretty much about this little SWAT team in Indonesia, whatever, and they do this raid on this little drug house. You know what I mean? Pretty much an apartment like this, whatever. And then they got to go up each level to find a boss, whatever. But the thing is, it get harder and harder. You know what I mean? And all they boys getting wiped out. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a hard little movie, man. So I love mixed martial arts movies, man. Yeah. Like I said, it's a great motivator. You know what I mean? For me to actually go out there and do that stuff in real life. Yeah.
That's tough. So moving into pro career, I think it was your first main event was your third pro fight, something like that.
Yeah, against boy, you really going back, boy. Khalil Robinson. Yeah. So that was my third main event. Adam Seller was supposed to fight him. For whatever reason, they didn't fight.
Was he in the crowd?
And I stepped up.
Was he in the crowd that day?
Yeah. Everybody was out.
Yeah.
Whole St. Anybody from the MMA community was in there. You know what I'm saying? That was a big card. That was a big fight card that we had. You know?
So which promotion was this?
Shamrock. Same old, Shamrock.
Yeah, so how is that like going from like just becoming a pro to like now your main event and like people talking about you?
Yeah, I didn't even think about nothing like that. It was just always a fight. You know what I'm saying? I did not think even past the part of the business, you know what I mean? Me turning pro and all this other stuff, that didn't come until later. My thing was, bro, we about to bang. You know what I'm saying? That was it. Like, it was literally that simple. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't care if I was the first fight on the card or the last fight on the card. I'm trying to hurt somebody. You know what I mean? So, yeah, that thought about being on the main card or the main event and how many people watching and it's being televised didn't come until later on in my career. Yeah.
So, how did you change like stylistically from?
I think I just became I would say like, you know, more technical. You know what I mean? The mindset is still there, the aggression is still there, you know. But everything is just more technical. Everything is just a little bit more tighter, you know what I mean? Wrestling, boxing, you know, my Muay Thai, my jiu-jitsu, everything that I have is just a little bit more, you know, tweaked.
So then you fought on Bellator after that?
I think I had one more. Because I had Stacy Bacon, and then it was another dude I fought that was on Shamrock, and then I went to Bellator and I fought Chris Heatherly.
So how was going on the Bellator card for the first time? How was that for you?
Yet again, just another fight. You know what I'm saying?
Fight?
I ain't even thinking about like the whole idea of being on Bellator because it was a 1-fight contract anyway.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't even that big of a deal because when you sign those 1-fight contracts, you pretty much you not coming back. You know what I'm saying? Like you just there because you local, and then they having a local show there. They usually matter of fact, perfect example. They got the Bellator fights coming on this weekend, or next weekend. You know what I'm saying? March 12th,
right?
Whatever. They are signing a lot of guys for 1-fight contracts for the prelims.
Okay.
And you ain't never gonna see them on Bellator again unless they come back.
I heard Shamrock like they had a deal with like Bellator where if
I don't know how true that was because I never won a title. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never seen nobody win a title and then get a 4-fight contract deal. So I never seen it. But, you know, it's whatever to get people, you know what I'm saying, excited to go watch people fight. You got to do what you got to do and say what you got to say. You know what I'm saying? So
how was it different? Was it different at all from Shamrock or it was just like?
Yeah, because of just the arena. It was in the arena. It was at the Scott Trade. You know what I'm saying? So that was different. But I fought at Fight Hard back in my amateur. You know what I'm saying? And that got me ready for that type of big exposure. You know what I mean? Even though we wasn't getting paid and nothing like that, it's still to see everybody in the crowd and people, you know, kids trying to hit your hand as you walk down to the cage. So Fight Hard actually got people prepared for the big shows. You know what I'm saying? So when I got to Bellator, it reminded me, it was reminiscent of like Fight Hard when I went out there and fought for them. So yeah, it didn't throw me off when I went out there.
Yeah. Which event was that? You fought in like a boxing ring, right? Or something like that?
Yeah, that was a Lumiere.
Yeah. How was that?
It was cool. You know what I'm saying? We got stuck between the ropes a couple times. You know what I'm saying? But it was all right. It reminded me of Pride. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Except you can head stomp motherfuckers. You know what I mean? Like Vanderlei back in the day. It was cool, man. Like I said, bro. Like when you put yourself in a situation of like a real fight, you don't care where you at, bro.
Yeah.
It's in the backyard. It's in the kitchen. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, it don't matter where you at. Like, when you in a fight, you in a fight. So, your surrounding doesn't matter. You know what I mean? At least for me, it doesn't. I can't speak for every other fighter.
So, like, when would you say you knew you were, like, cut from that cloth? Was it your first fight would you say?
Man, I always thought I was a fighter. I ain't gonna stunt with you.
Yeah.
But when I really knew, it was after that first fight.
Yeah.
Like when I had confidence to actually tell people, like, yeah, I'm gonna be a world champion one day.
Yeah.
It was after my first fight when I did what I did to him. I picked him up. I forgot what I did. They used to have a highlight. I wish I could find it, but they had a highlight of my slam. So I picked dude up, and I pretty much rotated his whole body, and I slammed that man on top of his head, bro.
Yeah.
Crowd went crazy. Went crazy.
Yeah.
Big facts, man.
That's insane.
No, yeah, that's tough. So like going to throughout like your whole career before, let's say before the UFC, is there any moment where you like felt like you didn't want to do it anymore?
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't that far ago. You know what I'm saying? Shit, I say about 2 years ago.
2 years
ago? 3 years ago. After I got cut from Bellator. You already know the situation, man. We ain't gonna cut, you know what I'm saying? That's gonna be exclusive.
Yeah.
But when I was going through my little situation here in St. Louis, and I couldn't find no fights, you know what I mean? I couldn't find anybody to manage me. I couldn't find anybody to coach me, anything.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I was like, bro, what am I doing? You know what I'm saying? And plus I'm getting older. You know what I'm saying? I'm around 26 years old, 27, you know what I mean? I'm just like, damn, like, is this actually something I want to hunt for? You know what I mean? Definitely if I got to revolve or rely on somebody else for me to do it. You know what I'm saying? Somebody else got to feed me in order for me to eat. I don't like the whole idea of that. So, yeah, I almost gave up on the dream not that too long ago. Yeah, big facts.
How do you keep going when it gets tough? Like, how do you keep going and following your dreams and stuff?
I stopped following it, actually.
Yeah.
I literally stopped following the dream. Like my thing was I trained. You know what I mean? I would call up Max like, hey, bro, you want to hit some mitts? You want to, wrestle a little bit? I call up Edric, you know what I mean? Do the same thing. I was always passionate within the training. So in order to keep my sanity, I continued to train.
Yeah.
Actually going after the dream and trying to become a world champion and trying to find fights and do all this other shit. Business-wise, I just left that shit alone. Mm-hmm. But the crazy part, once I left that dream alone and stopped trying to chase after something that I felt like wasn't, obtainable, that bitch came right back to me.
Yeah.
When I was chasing, that motherfucker was running from me. But then when I left it alone, that bitch turned around and came right to me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's it's crazy, you know what I mean, how everything fall into place.
Yeah.
Also with the LFA, right?
What about LFA?
So when you were not chasing your dream, LFA was the one that
right? So Mike Rogers, shout out to him, St. Charles MMA. I was training with them, you know what I'm saying? No real purpose training. I'm just, like I said, bro, just trying to stay active, you know what I mean, for my own health and wellness. And but Mike got a call from LFA, was like, hey, we looking for a 170 fighter, blase. And he was like, hey, Wak, you know what I mean? You still trying to fight? You still trying to do this and that? I said, yeah, man, I be trying to take a fight. And so they reached out to him and they told him, hey, Joaquin willing to take the fight. But they never get back to me, you know what I'm saying? Or they never get back to Mike. So I remind Mike, I was like, hey, bro, they still trying to have me fight? He's like, man, I ain't heard nothing from him yet. Yeah. So I'm like, all right, bet. I guess I'm not fighting. That's my opinion because, my biggest thing, I ain't finna take nothing just last minute, just out the blue. Right. You know what I mean? So literally, there's a week before the actual fight starts, they hit up Mike, was like, hey, Joaquin still want that fight? Yeah. And he hits me back up, and I was like, nah, I don't want that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, it's a week. You know what I mean? I've been eating good, everything. You know what I mean? So after that, I'm continue to train. I continue to do this, right? Might get another call. Hey, man, we need another, fighter. Do you have anybody? Yeah. Hey, Joaquin looking for something. You know what I'm saying? They was like, all right, we'll reach out to him. So they actually physically reach out to me instead of going through, Mike Rogers and having him be the middleman, and they contact me. Yeah. And they tell me about Chris Harris. Chris Harris is a 185 fighter. But they was like, hey, let's have this fight at catch weight. So I'm like, all right, bet. You know what a catch weight is, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
What weight were you at the time?
Probably 190. You know what I'm saying? At all times, 190 at all times. So I was like, okay, so like you know what I mean. So I'm like, all right, bet. 175, 180, we can do that. They was like, nah, 185. I said, bro, there ain't no catch weight, nigga. That's a weight class. You tripping? Right. You know what I mean? But I looked up Chris Harris and I looked at all his fights, and I realized, okay, this nigga, he's
I
easy
got
work.
him.
You know what I'm saying? This is easy work. So I took the fight. You know what I mean? And then after that, we started to learn how to work business because now the next step was to negotiate money. You know what I mean? So I negotiated a certain price. They said, hey, man, we don't really pay fighters that much. You know what I mean? Because our biggest thing is you on UFC Fight Pass. You get a lot of exposure. A lot of people see you. You got an opportunity to shine. I was like, bro, I ain't trying to do none of that. I'm trying to get paid, bro. Right. I don't give a fuck about who watching me. You know what I'm saying? So we end up not being able to meet You know what I'm saying? In the middle, we hung up the phone. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I guess, because I already sat out for a good, you know what I'm saying? A year, you know,
You're
8 months, some shit. Yeah, you know what I mean? So I'm like, hey, shit, I can sit out for another year. I don't care.
Yeah.
They end up calling me back, giving me something closer to what I was asking for. Okay. I said, oh, that's how easy it is?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You started to learn the business?
Yeah, that's when I started to learn the business and started negotiating my for my own little contracts and stuff. You know what I mean? And of course, we did what we did against Chris Harris. I beat him in like a minute and 8 seconds because the reason why they gave me that money, because they didn't think I was gonna win.
Yeah.
They knew that I was out on my own. I was training myself. I would go to gym, but I was literally training myself. A lot of fighters that do that don't really have the reputation of actually making it for themselves. You know what I'm saying? So with them knowing that, they was like, all right, well, just give them that because we only going to give them half of that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, because, you know, you got the show money, you got the win bonus. Yeah. We only going to give them half anyway because he's going to lose, you know. Little did they know, beat his ass, and they had to run up that full check. Yeah. You know what I mean? And, you know, it probably didn't hurt him, but they don't ever want to pay a fighter what he wants to get. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because now, if y'all ask me to fight again, y'all going to have to come out some more money.
Yeah, at least that. At least that.
Nah, at least more money. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because you always want to level up. You know what I'm saying? Definitely after a win, you don't take the same shit. Right. After you win, you level up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, you know, I did that. And then I got a call from, actually, I didn't even get a call. I checked my Instagram. For like my DMs and stuff. And this at the time where I didn't have a bunch of followers and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So I seen there was a message that I haven't read. I go in there and I read it, and it's from this Sucker Punch, right? Mm-hmm. It's a management team, dude named Brian Hemper. And I read it. He was like, hey, man, we love what you're doing with your career. Yeah. We'd love to talk to you, whatever, and try to push you and elevate your game a little bit more. You know what I mean? And he was like I said, bro, I don't trust nobody. You know what I mean? Definitely after the situation I got through with old buddy back in the day, you know what I'm saying? I was like, bro, I'd rather just do this on my own because I am doing it on my own. Yeah. You know what I mean? So it became in a situation where I get another fight. I'm actually about to fight for a title contention, whatever. So if I beat this dude, I'm fighting for a title next. You know what I mean?
And this is what promotion?
LFA still. Okay. This is still LFA. So they hit me up for the second fight. Okay. You know what I mean? And we talking good dollars. You know what I mean? We talking good money. And we talking about elevating for a belt. Right? So I'm like, I bet I'm setting this up on my own. Talking to Mike Beery and shit. So I'm like, all right, I'm doing my thing. So I'm like, Sucker Punch, you know, I'm just pushing that to the side. Like, you know what I mean? I didn't say no to him. I just didn't answer him. Yeah, you know what I mean? So I just pushed that to the side, and I'm doing my own thing. But then the fighter I was supposed to fight, he pulls out. Right?
Okay.
And that sucks because guess what? I ain't got nobody to fight. I ain't making no money. You know what I'm saying? So I reach out to dudes, Sucker Punch and stuff like that, told them my little situation, told them what's going on. They said, oh, don't worry about it. You know what I'm saying? We'll get you a fight. You know what I mean? You just stay ready, and we're going to do this one on the house. Nice. No managers from any management ever say they going to do nothing on the house. They always want to check. You know what I'm saying? Especially I was getting a little check. I was expecting that they wanted a little 10 or 20%. Yeah. You know what I mean? But they was like, hey, we're going to do this one on the house for you. We're going to show you what we can do instead of telling you what we going to do. And, you know, we from the Mo. Show me state. So I like the sound of that, right? Yeah. So this is what they did, bro. So as soon as Gregory Rodriguez pulled out, man, I said they hit me back up in the next, day or so. They found Jackie Goss, the first dude to give me my first loss. Y'all don't know if you know how crazy that is. You know what I mean? Yeah. To find somebody from 4 years ago that was on Bellator who live in Israel. Yeah. They did that much research to find out where he was. Yeah. And not only to get him to take the fight, but to get LFA to actually like, yeah, let's put that fight on. Because LFA got to be like, yeah, we actually want to sign this person and put him in competition with this other individual. You know what I mean? Yeah. So they made them do that.
That's awesome.
And put that fight together. Yeah. And now I got to revenge, you know what I'm saying? Avenge my loss. Yeah. You know what I mean? But it showed me how powerful they was. And then this is the next hit. As soon as he did that, right, I kept my word. I said, y'all showed me what y'all can do. I'm going to sign with y'all. You know what I'm saying? But I made sure, though, like, I could leave at any given time. Okay. Because that's one thing I want fighters to realize. Like, if you can't just pick up and leave and you got to be stuck with somebody that ain't doing nothing for you, well, you going to get real stressed out. Yeah. And you be ready to fucking fight their ass, if anything. So my thing is, if you got confidence enough where if anybody walk away from you, you know what I'm saying? Because y'all know y'all going to be Gucci. I like it like that because if anything, if y'all doing what y'all supposed to do, ain't nobody going to want to walk away from you, period. Yeah. So they allowed that to be in a contract. I signed a contract with them. I get a call 2 days later in the UFC. Just from having that one management team.
Big up Brian then.
Huh?
I said big up Brian.
Yeah, big Brian Hamper and Brian Buckley. Two of them, both of them, you know what I mean? But my biggest thing was just, like I said, all this shit you can't make it up.
Yeah.
When I wasn't worried about it, that shit came right back to me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I didn't reach out to Brian and them. They came to me. I ain't reach out to LFA. They came to me.
Yeah.
Ain't that crazy? You know what I mean? How everything just worked. Because like I said, bro, I was at Walgreens hustling, grinding. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Everything. So like it's just a beautiful situation where we at. You know what I mean? And now we on our road to becoming a world champion one day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
What advice would you give to like fighters that maybe were in like your situation, how you kind of were like giving up on it?
Figure it out. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, you cannot rely on other people. You know what I mean? If you're going to be a part of this business, you're going to have to learn this business, the ins and outs. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, this ain't the real money. Fighting ain't the real money. Dana White making the real money. Endeavor's making the real money. Brian and who I'm talking about making real money. Because they having fighters underneath them constantly. And they sign anybody that they want to. But you got people that's working for you. They say they work for me, but I'm working for them. Yeah. When I'm paying them checks, you know what I'm saying? Like all this type of stuff like that, bro. Like they getting a good little amount of money off of me and what I do. You know what I'm saying? I ain't mad at it. That's just the business. You know what I mean? Yeah. But I need to figure out how I can be a part of that. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, I can relate to fighters. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, so if I'm able to become a promoter, a manager, you know what I'm saying, a matchmaker, all these things, fighters would rather work with another fighter than somebody that ain't even been in a part of the culture. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And don't know what it even takes to be a fighter. Because Dana ain't never took a fight ever in his life. You know what I mean?
Yeah. He used to box.
He ain't even did that. Not competitively. Not competitively.
I don't know what you call it, but.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know what you call it either. That ain't never fought. You hear me? Yeah. But, you know, it's no disrespect to him. He loves the business side of it. You know what I'm saying? And that's my biggest thing is for fighters. Learn the business, bro. We can be as passionate about fighting as we want to, but we can't allow people to take advantage of us. And that's what we doing right now. Still, even myself, I feel like, bro, I should be rich. Yeah. As many people, I can't go nowhere on this planet without somebody, oh, bro, you that one dude with the kick. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You did the, you know what I'm saying? All that. You know what I mean?
Percentage for every time you get asked that, bro.
I wish, you know what I mean? I wish I got a percentage for every time they showed it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But I don't. But I don't blame them. They gonna get their bread regardless. So I got to figure out how to do the same. You know what I mean? NFTs. We working on that. That's coming down.
Nah, yeah. So getting to the UFC. When did you first get that call?
Yeah, like I said. So right after I fought Jackie Gosh, I beat him. It was like 2 days later, and then I fought August 16th or something like that. I fought Kevin Holland for my first fight. Yep, you know, he became Fighter of the Year 2020 that year. You know what I mean? And I can't wait to run that back with him. Yeah. You know what I mean? But he caught me early. He got me at the best time. Yeah. Like, bro, you went 3 rounds with a Walgreens employee, nigga. Be proud of yourself. I don't care what nobody say, bro. Like, short notice. You know what I mean? At short notice, everything. You know what I mean? So if I'm able to fight him now, you know what I mean? It'll be a beautiful situation because now I'm consistent with the work. I'm a full-time fighter, just like he is now. You know what I mean? Yeah. But you see where he's on the slope right now. He got to get this win. You know what I mean? This is pressure right now for him. Me, I'm on the ups. He on the down. So now we can be in the middle. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Because you actually been in the position where you got it back in blood. Like you said, you fought somebody that you had a loss to, got the W.
Yeah, bro. Like I don't know why people be thinking that. Like if you fought somebody one time and they got you, they got you that one time that if y'all fought again, the same thing will happen. Like people don't realize a lot of fighters back in the day, definitely boxers, they had to fight each other all the time. Right. And motherfucker, look, I ain't gonna lie, it'd be fighters that get their ass whooped 10 times in a row, but that 11th time, they square up on the nigga and end up getting him. You
That's all you need.
Oh, you need it one time, nigga. Shit. Yeah. But that one time I fucked you up though. You remember that, don't you? You know what I'm saying? So my biggest thing is just, you can't change the way people think. You know what I'm saying? And their perspectives on things. So I don't even trip about stuff like that. But Kev, no. Yeah. He know I'm coming. You know what I mean? And once the UFC sees it to be marketable, which it is, they gonna set it up. And I'm gonna be ready when that day comes. Yeah. So we waiting on it.
Yeah, dude, you're doing pretty fucking well right now, dude. Like at the rate you're going, it's for sure they're gonna match you up.
Oh yeah, we blowing. I mean, I don't know about y'all, but I'm not doing anything the same as other fighters right now. Definitely me being early in my career. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm starting to, realize that social media is my job. Marketing is my job. Shit, promoting, not even the UFC. is my job. Everything I got to do is put on me. You know what I mean? And I can't rely on anybody else.
Yeah.
So that's my thing too. Like a lot of fighters, they don't promote themselves, but they want the bag. Like, you know what I'm saying? You don't go out there and perform. You don't go out there and fight your heart out. You know what I'm saying? You don't go out there and tell people about your fights that's going to be on ESPN Plus, but you want the bag.
Yeah.
You got to work for the bag. You know what I'm saying? You got to do everything in your heart to get as many people to watch you fight in order to tell the UFC, hey, this is what I deserve because I'm bringing in this.
Yeah.
I don't care what they doing. Let them have that. But what I'm bringing in, I need a piece of that. Because without that, it wouldn't be there. It wouldn't exist. You know what I'm saying?
A great example is the Jake Paul. Like this dude, like is a YouTuber, you know?
Yeah.
Because his, I guess his followers. Look at who's he fighting right now. You know, like where he's fighting. Like he's getting a bank of
pay-per-view.
Yeah, pay-per-view cuts. I'm like, man.
Would you fight Jake Paul?
Come on now.
That's a rhetorical question, bro. That's damn right.
I'm saying, but you know the answer to that.
Yeah.
But would it ever happen?
Yeah.
Is the question. Fuck no. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's not that he would be fearful.
Hey, you never know.
No. Hold on. Listen to me though. It's about business. My numbers ain't up yet. And I understand the game.
They could sell it.
Let me get my numbers. He said, we can sell it.
No, you can sell it.
Yeah, I mean, I'll get on that nigga undercard.
Yeah.
Shit, he be giving out $500,000. Like, y'all ain't hear about that?
No, I didn't hear about that.
My
Mike
man,
Perry?
so look,
Not
even Mike Perry. When he fought Tyrone Woodley, he gave out not even $500,000, $1 million. He took half of his purse and said, throw it to the rest. Just sprinkle the rest down at the bottom.
Oh, what a
Bro.
That's respect.
Like that, bro. That big facts. And all we give in the UFC is 200,000.
Yeah.
200,000. UFC 200,000. Because that's the payout that they give for the bonuses if you don't know.
Yeah.
So you got fight of the night, you got knockout of the night, you got performance of the night, you got submission of the night.
Yeah.
So they took away the submission of the night, the knockout of the night, and only leave performance of the night and fight of the night. You know what I'm saying? So, because if you realize you don't never see if somebody knocks somebody out or submit somebody, they don't never say submission of the night or knockout of the night.
Yeah.
It's just performance.
I don't even know.
I don't even know why. I don't even know why that is now. But they just leave it as performance of the night, right? That's crazy. Now that they have that, if you get one motherfucker they do fight of the night, you already realize 2 bonuses gone.
Yeah.
Period. So now somebody else that's fighting for 100,000, or 2 people fighting for 100,000.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And you gotta realize how many fighters on the card. It's about 15, 12 fights. So if that's it, that's about 30, 24 people. Right? Yeah. Fighting for what? For $200,000 or a chance to win $50,000. A chance to win $50,000.
Right.
And everybody, we need that bag.
Yeah.
Because everybody ain't getting paid like that. Lord have mercy, I'm being blessed.
Yeah.
But at the same time, a lot of people be like, oh man, you lucky. Nigga, I work for that shit, bro.
And got your, like you said.
Motherfucker, I been knocked out for that shit, nigga.
Yeah. Like you said, you promoted yourself.
I promoted myself, but the way I fight speaks for itself.
Yeah.
Because it's one thing to promote for yourself and talk that good shit like chill, sonny. But it's another thing to go out there and perform at the highest level and get everybody to stand up. Like every time I fight, bro, I get a standing ovation. Every time, bro.
It's always exciting.
Shit, nigga, I feel it through the camera. You know what I'm saying? And then when I see people repost it on Instagram on the stories and shit like that, motherfuckers be going crazy.
Yeah.
That's every fight I done had. Against even Kevin Holland when he beat me. I done made motherfuckers a fan of me, even off the loss.
Yeah.
Bro, you had heart, bro. You kept coming at the end of the day. Because a lot of motherfuckers, like, if they get tagged up, they want to, oh shit, they want to shell up and they want to make it to the judges. I'm like, fuck it. If you got me, you got me. Come get me out of here. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to keep coming until I get mine.
That's your first fight in the UFC, too.
Very first one. You know what I'm saying? I don't get no credit. Right. You know what I'm saying? Kevin Holland ain't no scrub now. Yeah, right. You know what I'm saying?
They don't be giving fights like that.
Nigga that won fighter of the year. You know what I'm saying? Was close to even getting knockout of the year, but your boy, you know what I'm saying? I one-upped them. Yeah. You know what I mean? But all right, so let me give y'all this funny story about Kevin Holland, right? So when I first met him, he was real cool. You know what I'm saying? Like when he seen me, like, oh man, you know what I'm saying? Good to see you, man. You made it to UFC, bro. That's pretty dope, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a good fight. I'm like, yeah, it will be. And then we was at weigh-ins, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I was talking to him and shit like that. I was like, hey, bro, you think we gonna get that fight performance bonus? He's like, bro, I've been here for like 3-4 years, man. I never got it. I was like, well, I don't know about you, but I'm planning on going to get it. You know what I'm saying? He's like, yeah, good luck. You know what I mean? And all this other stuff. Because it is difficult because of all the fights that you have on there. They pick and select only a certain amount of people.
Right.
So when I told him that, right, you know what I'm saying, and I forgot what he said. I was like, man, oh bitch ass nigga. No, for real. I said, oh bitch. He's like, don't call me that. I said, what, bitch? He's like, no. Nigga. I said, boy, if you don't get your lame ass on somewhere, bro, like, you know what I'm saying, like, because a motherfucker don't give a fuck. Like, I don't care about that, you know what I'm saying, whether you black, white, nothing, you know what I'm saying, but for another black dude to get upset for another black dude to call him nigga, like, bro, like, you don't use that shit all the time.
Yeah.
Like, Kevin Holland's the most weirdest, fakest, goofiest ass nigga I had ever met in my motherfucking life. But back to the story, though, right? When I told him about that fight performance bonus, y'all know how much money he won that night he fought me?
How much?
$100,000. And this is why. He ain't just get one performance of the night. He got knockout of the night and performance of the night. Because Bail Darush, that's how you say it?
Yeah.
Bail Darush?
Yeah.
He did a spinning back fist on one dude. It should have been knockout of the night, but dude didn't make weight. Darush didn't make weight.
Oh.
So then they gave him an extra 100. I spoke shit into existence for that nigga. No, for real. Because he never got it.
Yeah.
That nigga been in the UFC for 3 years. They fought, I don't know, about 5 fights. Ain't never had an opportunity to actually get it. But the way I fight and the way I bring the fucking fire, somebody gonna get it because it's either you gonna get knocked out or you gonna fight back. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's only two choices you got. You either gonna get knocked out or you gonna fight back. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So he fought back. He did what he did against me, but he ended up winning $100,000 that night. No. But y'all know what I did in my second fight? My spinning back kick. I won that 50 G's. It didn't take me 3 years to become somebody. I'm just saying that right now. And I'm still getting started. Like, this is just the beginning. People don't realize, like, bro, we still gonna get these numbers up. But I find it funny how all these dudes been in the UFC for 4-5 years, ain't did shit, bro. Ain't did nothing. But I just come in and I'm already making a big ass splash. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And we only gonna get bigger. You know what I mean?
Is there a reason why you fight like that? Like a certain fighter you saw or just?
Okay, yeah. I definitely got a shout out, you know what I'm saying? Melvin Manoff. Okay. Very aggressive kickboxer back in the day. You know what I'm saying? My man should not be fighting no more. I ain't gonna lie, because he fighting Yoel Romero and Bellator. Actually, you know what I'm saying? Pretty soon. Nah. Now, back in the day, Melvin Manoff and Yoel, that'd be a crazy ass fight, but now it's like just two old niggas. About to go out there and bang over 40, you know what I'm saying? Over motherfucking some cools and shit, you know what I mean? So my biggest thing is just like once your day has come, bro, like let that shit to the side. But Rampage was a big motivator of mine when I used to watch
on a couple cards with him and Michael Chandler.
Yeah. So I say Melvin Manoff, Rampage. I know I had one more. With the aggressive style though. Oh, Melvin Gillard. Yeah. Melvin Gillard with the creativity, the explosion, just the rolls he used to do Grammy rolls and all this other stuff. So those were my three big ones that I used to watch highlights because they highlights was crazy. You know what I'm saying? And I always wanted to be a highlight fighter. But I would say the reason why I fight the way I do is because I'm from St. Louis, bro. Motherfuckers be banging out here, bro, all the time. You know what I mean? And motherfuckers, like, we ain't got no quit in us to the point where you got to kill us. Like, for real, I'm talking about with them guns. You know what I mean? So my biggest thing, I think that's where I got the St. Louis mentality in my fight. You know what I mean? Because we really do fight with our heart. You know what I'm saying? Everything, yeah.
So speaking of the fight, your last fight against what's his name, Al Hassan.
Yeah.
At the face-offs, the weigh-ins after the face-offs, he was like, "You better bring a gun." What was the deal with that? I was gonna ask about that.
All because of Detroit does. Oh, you know what I'm saying? So he's like, you got a gun? You know what I'm saying? I was like, nah, I ain't got nothing. You know what I'm saying? But that wasn't gonna help his ass on the way.
Hey, big shout Dale.
Pop your ass.
Big shout Dale.
Oh yeah. Detroit dust. You know what I'm saying? Fuck with my man, bro. Like he real. He
I don't get why people think that shit's fake. Like they act
hold on. Some of that shit, I ain't gonna lie. Even myself, I'm like, come on, Dale. No, I ain't even talked to Dale. I'm like, come on, Dale. You think that'll work? You like, man, look here. You put something on me right now, I'm gonna fuck you up. I'm like, damn, all right, shit. You know what I mean? But it's just off the perception because you never seen it before. Yeah. It's some things that all right, let's say I was training that kick. Y'all used to see me training that kick. You know, a lot of people be like, why are you doing it? Yeah. Why are you doing it? That's not gonna work. That'll never work.
So it's that sort of thing.
And it is the exact same thing because you've never seen it before. You probably see somebody training it, but you never seen it in a live scenario. You like, that shit ain't. That's cap right there. That's big cap.
You think that's what it takes? Is like you got to see it. Like
you got to see it to believe it. That's everybody. You got to see. Show me. You don't have to show me first. You know what I mean? That's even me myself. Like some things, like if I can't comprehend it in here, show me then. You know what I'm saying? So, but my biggest thing is with dust. somebody gonna end up fucking around losing their life if he show anything. Somebody gonna end up dead, you know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, shout out to him, man. He was definitely a cool guy. I'm glad he came with me in my corner, you know what I mean? Because we made that fight bigger than what they projected to be. You know what I'm saying? So many people watched that fight just because he came into the corner. You know what I mean? On top of that, I'm a good fighter too, but that just helped even fuel that after we fought, and then we put on an amazing fight. Because Razak Al Hassan, like I never thought that, you know, he'll make it into the third round, but that motherfucker turned it up then. So I knew his ass must have been working. You know, he
straight
changed.
Battle. It was a
right.
battle.
It was a nice little battle, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, as long as we come out victorious, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it'd be nice to have that same mystique of, you know what I mean, all my wins come by finishes and everything like that. Now that's over with. But, you know, at the end of the day, we won. You know, so that's all that matters, you know.
I like that picture at the end where you both just landed.
Nigga, we looking tired. You talking about like that, boy? We looking tired as a motherfucker.
Left it all
boy.
out there.
The gas
You
all
know
out
what
here,
I'm
bro. I
saying?
was like, oh my god.
Bro, we was huffing
But
and puffing and shit.
That's the great thing about fighting, man. Like when you go in the ring, bro, you just giving all you got. Like we're when you were fighting, we were actually I was fighting the same night too.
Yep. You
so
were.
I was in the back, just watching your fight, man. I was just like, dude, let's go. I was like, dude, I was getting amped up. I was like, dude, like it helped me get mentally right, you know, right before my fight.
So did you fight before me or
after you?
Yeah, after.
So,
Yeah, he was getting his hands wrapped,
Like
and then we were watching.
watching. Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool that you was able to watch that though.
Yeah, dude, it was cool as fuck, man. I was like, oh, let's go.
Yeah, so people got memes out, bro, and the hardest one I seen is us laid out, but then they got a side picture of Vegeta and Goku doing the same thing, tied as motherfucker after they had their epic battle between one another. So that was the hardest one I seen. But other than that, though, like I hate it because my thing is I never want to be on the bottom. You know what I mean? Because the judges, bro, they so flaky, bro. Like somebody gave that nigga the fight. You know what I'm saying? One judge gave him the fight. I'm like, how, bro? I tore his ass up in 2 rounds, and that's the reason why I got tired. Beating his ass for 2 rounds. That's the only reason why I got tired.
And also you were engaging in takedowns too. Like you know what I'm saying? Like
everything.
I was like, that's something that he wasn't really doing. He was just trying to throw.
Man, bro, I was boxing him. I was kickboxing. I was doing taekwondo, nigga. I was doing spinning shit, bro. I was doing wrestling, bro. I was doing everything necessary in order to get up on the scorecards. You know what I'm saying? Because I was still trying to knock him out, but he playing possum. You know what I'm saying? He holding up, you know what I'm saying? Got this big ass helmet on, you know what I'm saying, on his head. And I'm working till the body actually broke his rib in the second round. You know what I'm saying? I wish I would have known that. Yeah. I wish I would have known that because I would have just kept tagging that body. But like I said, he playing possum, so he trying to store up that energy. So if I'm just wailing on him, he charging up, boom, and then would have blasted my ass. You know what I'm saying? Would have had me on the wrong side of ESPN.
What was he throwing, like overhand rights?
Yeah, it was some overhand.
Yeah, just everything was overhand, and we was expecting that too. You know what I'm saying? We wouldn't expect nothing flashy from Razak. He's just a powerful man. You know, my thing was he was definitely working on that cardio. You know what I'm saying? That's his biggest weakness is that cardio, pushing on that heart rate. You know what I mean? Once you elevate that heart rate and that adrenaline is up, he takes a major dump and he gives up a lot of times. So he had a lot of motivation on the side. You know what I'm saying? And plus with the confidence of knocking out what's that boy, Alessio, you know what I'm saying? Which I'm glad he did that. Like not like on against Alessio, but my biggest thing was I was like, bro, I need that back. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But in the biggest way, not even just beating Alessio, but beating somebody that fucked him up in 17 seconds. And then I come back, you know, and everybody had, even though people had me picked, I was the favorite, quote unquote, you still had a lot of people like, oh man, Razak finna knock him out. You know what I'm saying? Because every one of my losses come by knockout as well. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately. Because that's my aggressive style. But this time, but I'm going to still keep the aggressiveness, but my thing is switching it up. Now y'all seen a complete fighter. Y'all seen the wrestling. You know what I'm saying? Y'all seen the boxing. Y'all seen the angle turns. You know what I mean? All these different things. But I still stay on your motherfucking ass. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I'm glad that I got that fight with Razak, you know what I mean? And it also took away the Alessio loss at the same time. That's killing 2 birds with 1 stone. You know what I mean? You gotta love it. So I got one more nigga to go. That's Kev, nigga, big mouth.
One more?
One more. That's the only nigga that beat me.
No, that's true. Would you say he's your biggest rival?
We got Storley.
Oh yeah, well he in Bellator, nigga. He doing this thing. Hey, shout out to Logan Storley. He just won, and this the first time he won this fight with his motherfucking hands, bro.
Because he
Logan
wrestled
Storley, look, he ain't wrestled nobody. This nigga like, bro, I'm about to throw these bitches, bro. Hey, and I fuck with that because he's also evolving as well. You know what I'm saying? And I want to give him a shout out because that actually changed my whole thought about wrestling.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because even though he didn't hurt me, I ain't hurt that nigga either. You know what I'm saying? I ain't do nothing to him, but he won that fight.
3 rounds just wrestling.
Right. There's 3 rounds wrestled the fuck out of me. You know what I'm saying? And I went home upset, sad that the motherfucker then got cut from Bellator.
Were you mad? Just like mad.
Mad? You can't do nothing else. Want to try to fight him again? Wrestle my ass again? Hey, look, calm down, buddy. Calm down. Okay? Stop. So after that, I took that. You know what I'm saying? All that frustration, and I was like, hey, what can we do in order to get better? Then I went and reached out to one of the world's best, and that's Jaden Cox, who's actually wrestling March 16. I keep up with everybody. Who's wrestling March 16 in Detroit, you know what I'm saying? And wrestling against Kyle Snyder. But Jaden Cox is the best in the world, and I actually learned from him. And actually when I learned from him in the way that he trained and the way he worked out, I said, oh, man, I ain't doing this right. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's levels to this shit. So once I found that out, man, I went out with him, and bro, shit, my game just changed after that. Man,
What'd you learn from him?
It's not necessarily the moves. Like, he taught me, like, the single leg snatching, you know what I mean? Driving, shoelaces down, little simple stuff. Okay. It was the work ethic that I saw. That was different. So, my man just never quit. He never stopped. His conditioning is fucking crazy. So we wrestled some of these kids, and they kids, but they the world's best kids. You know what I'm saying? They on some Spy Kids type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, these motherfuckers ain't no joke. These motherfuckers some mercenaries. You know what I'm saying? So when we was training with these kids, he has this little workout. It's a takedown little workout, right? Where, you know, you stay out on the mat, and each person, you know, tries to take you down, and y'all keep track. We go to 100 takedowns. So for me, it didn't matter who took who down. It still got counted. Yeah. But for him, if anybody took him down, he would have to start all the way back over. You think anybody took him down?
Yeah.
No.
Wait, what? Nobody touched this man. Ain't nobody take him down. So you gotta try to take him down.
Did you wrestle him?
I wrestled him too. Ooh, and bro, I swear I was deep on that man hips, bro. Cause like my double, my pursuit to the double, y'all seen it against Rizal, that motherfucker hard. You know what I'm saying? But my pursuit on the double was nasty when I had him, cause he was tired. This is about like the 75th like takedown that we all work. So we on number 75. So like I see him breathing a little bit. Like, okay, he a little tired. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to reserve my energy. You know what I mean? So when I took my shot, I mean, I did it with 100% effort, everything, with will, power, everything. I'll go on the nigga hips. That nigga do a cartwheel. Did you hear what I said? That nigga did a cartwheel, bro. Came over the top of my head, then grabbed my waist and flipped my ass. Bro. I said, bro, I'm done. I said, I'm done. I'm out. I said, bro, I quit, man. You know what I'm saying? So, but it was the worst ethic for me with Jaden Cox, man, and it just showed me, bro, it's all mental, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's about how far you willing to go, how hard you willing to work, you know what I mean, to get what you're trying to obtain. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's shout out to Jaden Cox for that, and shout out to Logan Storley for help pushing me towards that route. You know? Okay. Yep.
So you said you showed like you were able to show more a complete fighter that last round or that last fight. So how do you elevate now? Like, how do you take it to the next level?
That's a good question, man. We gonna keep working, but I like training with different individuals. So my biggest thing is I always want to find somebody that's better than me. Always train with somebody that's better than me. You know what I mean? So I can learn and I can grasp and I can take from that whatever that they have and then bringing it to my game. So that's my biggest thing, just elevating and just finding people that's out there that's better than me, who I think is better than me, and just train with them and just learn from them. Yeah. Yep.
What's your favorite place to fight at?
What do you mean?
Like
arena wise,
city arena. I guess it's like kind of time.
I don't know, man. I want to bring it back home to St. Louis, man. You know, I haven't fought here in a long time, and then I got sour taste in my mouth with the Logan Story situation. You know what I mean? Because even people was going crazy, like at the referee, like stand him up. Like the whole arena was going crazy. So I can only believe, like if the fight going my way and I'm doing my style of fighting and just beating down on somebody, brother, everybody go crazy. So I want to come back home and bring the fight here. And actually, it'd be dope, bro, to bring the UFC to the MLS. The Major League Soccer, that new arena that we got. Bro, that should be wild. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we gonna be working on. Yeah.
So, do you how was your first time in Abu Dhabi? How was that?
It was cool, man. It wasn't my first time traveling that far distance because I fought in Israel and Tel Aviv. But at the end of the day, being in Abu Dhabi and just learning about the culture and how they built up Abu Dhabi from nothing, literally from nothing, and created just this beautiful city. Was awesome, man. But we was stuck in a hotel the whole time. Yeah. So I was at the Worldwide Hotel, a beautiful hotel, man, with beautiful people. You know what I'm saying? But they had us quarantined to our room for the first 48 hours. And then after we got done quarantining, we could leave. We could walk out. We can go to the pool. We can go downstairs. We can go get some food. And the only way we can leave is like outside in front of like the parking lot.
Mm-hmm.
And that was it. And then we could walk ass right back into the hotel. So it kind of sucks. So you didn't really get to
enjoy the city.
Yeah. I'm gonna go back there though. You know what I'm saying? But it ain't gonna be for fighting. I tell you that. You know, what I mean? We really gonna enjoy Abu Dhabi the right way. Yep.
Just a little vacation thing.
A little vacay. You know what I'm saying? Meeting with a couple sheiks. You know what I'm saying? Kings out there.
Yeah. So, awesome. What are you gonna?
Oh, I just said that's awesome.
So you're doing like the whole like social media, the TikTok, and like YouTube. How's that going for you?
Right now, YouTube is going well. I got content out right now, so you know what I mean. Definitely go check it out. My TikTok, I gotta be more consistent with my TikTok, but I got like 2,000 followers. Right now, Instagram always been booming. You know what I mean. About to reach 150,000 probably tomorrow or today. So you know everything good, man, on social media. Just gotta stay consistent, man. Come out with these good ideas, creativity. You know what I'm saying is the major key, and it's because I don't want to be like anybody else. I want to be doing what everybody else doing. You know what I'm saying? So I really want to stay true to myself and just have fun doing it. You know what I mean? And just have people enjoy it. That's it. You know. So we working. Yeah,
I think that's tough because like you're able to show like your actual personality.
Yeah, big
and
facts.
not like the perception.
Right.
What people say.
And, you know, a lot of people got the wrong perception of me, which is, you know, not their fault, you know what I'm saying, and not mine either, but it's what the UFC gives, is what people talk about me, and, you know, I don't get much interviews, so I'm glad that you got me on today, you know what I'm saying, we definitely going to be posting it on my Instagram, but a lot of people don't get to see who I am personally. They know that I'm a cool fighter, they know I'm part of the UFC and all this stuff, but they don't know exactly who Joaquin Buckley is, you know what I mean, so now that everybody's starting to see that, they starting to love it, and actually it's getting more people behind me. Just knowing my personality alone. Yeah,
because I wish it's unfortunate that the whole situation with James Krause happened. To be honest, because like you have a lot of people like feeling like I saw a lot of comments. Like I think I heard you read the comments. Some like you read comments and stuff.
Yeah.
But it's weird because you got people like, oh, I trained with Buckley, blah blah blah. Like, he was never like this. Right, and, like, every time I met you, you've been cool.
Right, big facts. I mean, you know, and that's the funny thing about the comments. They lie on themselves, right?
Yeah.
So, one dude was like, man, he got kicked out of every gym in Chicago, too. I was like, nigga,
no way,
nigga, I ain't even trained in Chicago.
Right.
What you talking about?
No way.
But people like the shit, though. Like, motherfuckers like, oh, for real,
400 likes, 300 likes. It's like.
You know what I mean? But, it is what it is, you know, when you got a certain group of people that, you know what I mean, is willing to talk down on another group of people, you know what I'm saying? It speaks more volumes on yourself, you know what I'm saying? So I don't really got to do nothing about it. But what it does set up for a good fight, you know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, we in a fight business. Don't be talking all that shit if you ain't really bought all that shit. Right. You know what I'm saying? So my biggest thing, because at the end of the day, James Krause is looking to retire. He doing big things with, you know, coaching and all this other shit. But, you know, you're a fighter at the end of the day. You plan on retiring. Let me be that last fight that you had. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely feel like him doing that, it just fucked him up because now it gives me an excuse to find a reason to fight him. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Do you think after, like, if you guys fought, you think that would, like, clear things up? Or
no? I mean, I don't care about that. Yeah. I'm going to get paid after whooping his ass and probably knocking him out, get another $50K. You know what I mean? So I'm thankful that he did that. Because now it brings on like pretty much a promotion, you know what I'm saying, to really promote this fight between Kansas City and guess what? St. Louis. Yeah. You gotta love that. That's a headliner, bro. That's a main event. You know what I'm saying? So that's my biggest thing, bro. So I'm glad that he did what he did. Even though he was speaking all fallacies, all lies on me, it's all good, bro. Do what you need to do because you just fucked around and promoted the fight for me. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm on his bumper.
So did you guys ever like talk face to face ever?
Man, I ain't never met this man.
So like that's what
no.
So how did you get the idea of that you're this?
I got a thought.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But I don't want to be promoting the wrong people on here. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to give them no clout. I don't want to give them no love. Yeah. But I feel like certain people that know about our past, that actually trained with us, was spilling some bullshit to him, and he had it in confidence of knowing them. Said some shit in the interview. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha. So it wasn't like nothing. Okay, so you guys don't even know each other personally.
You don't know each other at all. And look. So I never met him in person. The only time I seen him is when he was in the UFC when I was about to fight Razak Al-Hassan. Now I could have. Yeah. I'm talking about James. Now I could have started something. I could have did some extra shit, but my focus had to rely on the nigga that was about to try to knock me out. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, every time I try to run into this man, he would never be there. Never. So I went down to Kansas City to go corner my man Oscar. Yeah. I was hoping to see him. I seen Zach Cummins. Yeah. I seen what's that boy name? Ige. Y'all know who I'm talking about?
You get the kicking guy.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Seen his bitch ass down there. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I find it funny because all these motherfuckers was talking shit, but when they seen me, it's bro.
Yeah.
Hey fam, hey all this, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like, nah, they can keep that same energy you was posting on the net.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And my thing is too, y'all not gonna have me looking crazy out here like the crazy black man, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When y'all looking all cool, you know what I mean? But my biggest thing is I approach you. Cause they didn't approach me, I approached them. It's like, hey, what's up?
Mm-hmm.
That was it, like, what's up?
Yeah.
Oh man, what's up? Hey, bro. Like, no. Where's that energy at that you had on Facebook and on Twitter and all that and talking that good shit?
Mm-hmm.
Because at the end of the day, I ain't got no problems with conflict.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I just need you to make the first move so I don't get locked up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey man, it was my fault.
2 steps ahead.
On me, you know what I'm saying? But I just find it funny like that same energy ain't never there. Mm-hmm. But the person that I really want is James. But anybody that's affiliated with him in Glory MMA, they can get it too. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
That's a lot of people too.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
That's a lot of food.
Yeah.
So you trying to eat too?
Shit,
I'm
trying to eat too.
You know what I'm saying? Because you got 2 people that we love. Brittany Cloudy, she beat 2 of their girls. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? From Glory MMA. And then my man Ice Too Cold. You know what I'm saying?
Montreal,
Montreal. He beat one of their boys. They top motherfucker. Knocked his ass out. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, my biggest thing, bro, I love to keep this streak going. You know what I'm saying? On the St. Louis side, keep beating their people up. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, I feel like what they doing, yeah, it's cool and all, but you ain't got no real fighters. You ain't got no motherfuckers that's really about it. Because if they was when I was there, they would have did something to me. They would have been about that. Because if you come over here and we see you and you on your own, I ain't gonna get into that. I ain't gonna get into that. Mm-hmm. You already know.
Yeah. But yeah, man, I want to see you guys fight though. That'd be nice.
Bro, I would love to see it too.
I would like to see you guys fight.
I would thoroughly enjoy beating his ass. Mm-hmm. Like really, I would like enjoy beating his ass. Like if the referee try to get involved, I might have to fuck him up too. Cause I'm thinking he with him. Like you with this motherfucker, yeah. You with him. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So like I said, and plus it's easy money for me, in my opinion. Out of all the people I could fight on our roster, bro, if he up there, let me get him. I don't mind getting an easy cake real quick.
Storyline gonna go crazy too.
That's what I'm saying, but they don't want it. But they don't want it though. Yeah. I gotta make them want it. Yeah. And I don't mean like James Krause and them. I mean like the UFC. Right. For some reason they trying to protect this man. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And they can say they not and all this other shit. But when you got 2 fighters say, hey, we willing to fight, we willing to throw down, but y'all don't come out with the contract, why is that?
Yeah. Well, I would think because he has a lot of fighters in UFC.
Yeah,
you know,
no. Like I said, they protecting fans. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna make them look bad. I'm telling you, bro. They be like, bro, you don't want that nigga as your coach. You seen what Buckley made him look like? You need to go train with Buckley. That's what they gonna say. You need to go train with Buckley. Fuck that nigga James. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why a lot of fighters trust him with their career. I don't get it. I really don't. Cause he like a 50-50 fighter. Mm-hmm. He ain't never been in the top 10. Cause he said, bro, I've been I've been in the UFC longer than you been fighting. That's what he said. That's what he said. Yeah. But you ain't did shit. That's fighting words. You ain't never. Yeah, that's true and all. But the fact is, he's right. Yeah. He's been in the UFC longer than I've been fighting. Right. But what the fuck have you done? Yeah. You ain't never even fought. Not even saying you never won a title. You never even fought for a motherfucking title. Mm-hmm. You ain't never fought a nigga in the top 10. Like, nigga, you just been fighting motherfuckers this mediocre this whole time because you mediocre as well. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So my biggest thing is, like, what are you doing in the UFC if you're not trying to be the world's best? Right. Because I don't care. If they ask me right now, you want to fight Izzy right now, I say, fuck yeah, because this is what I'm here for. Mm-hmm. Yep. This is what I'm here for. Yeah. I don't need no time to wait. Oh, man, give me 2 years. Give me 2-3 years. I'll be ready. No, fuck that. I'm ready now. Yeah. I need that bread. I need that cake. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of these fighters, man, they got the mentality like, oh, man, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to do this whenever, you know what I'm saying? Whatever, try to put a timetable on shit. Like, bro, you ain't really trying to do this shit then, for real. Because once the UFC signed me, I said, bro, I'm trying to be a world champion. You know what I'm saying? And whatever route I need to take to get as close to that motherfucker as I can to fight the best motherfucker in the world, I'm going to do that. You know what I'm saying? But James Krause, bro, he ain't never done nothing in his career. Now, you might have gotten other people in the UFC, but they not looking good. I don't know what Glory MMA record is in the UFC, but I bet you it's losing. I bet money. Somebody prove me wrong, please. You know what I'm saying? I bet you they got a losing record when it comes to they fighters winning in the UFC or winning and losing in the UFC.
We're going to have to look that stat up.
Yeah, big fact. I'm with that.
How much do you think about the championship belt?
Oh, come on, man. That's all I think about. Every time we working, every time we train with purpose. Purpose is to become a world champion. Mm-hmm. So no matter who come in front of me, I treat them like they the world champion. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to. If you don't give people that respect, then they gonna beat your ass like they the world champion. Right. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So my thing is just always having that purpose. Like I might get that belt around my waist. You know what I mean? So no matter who I fight, I'm gonna treat them with that type of respect, and I'm gonna train for them with that type of respect. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Okay. So how was like Detroit training in Detroit? How was that?
Well, I train in Lansing, exactly. Okay. You know what I mean? So I train with Joaquin Buckley, with the Mercy Pressure team, with Justin Hardick, who's my conditioning coach for the HPI, Human Performance Institute. And everybody showed me so much love there. You know what I mean? So the top fighters that I train there with is Daquan Townsend, you know what I mean? Former UFC fighter, but he working his way to get back in. Mm-hmm. And then also Chaos Williams.
Okay.
Killer, pure killer, you know what I'm saying? And as well, Charles Johnson, you know what I mean? You already know my boy, Energy. Shout out to him. You know what I mean? And Michael Gilmore, you know what I mean? Unfortunately, took the L in this last fight, but, you know what I mean? We're going to bounce back even harder. So, you know, I train with a lot of great fighters, man, at that gym. You know what I mean? A lot of hard workers, a lot of pretty much just gritty guys, man. You know what I mean? Because they come from the bottom. Mm-hmm. You know, even the coach comes from the bottom. You know what I mean? So they know what it feels like, you know what I mean, to be there. And we ain't trying to stay there, though. You know what I mean? And we're always trying to level up no matter where we at. You know what I mean? You remember you just talking about, like, you win a fight, you get the same check afterwards? Nah, bro, fuck that. We need to level that up and get some more bread after that. You know what I mean? Because that's what we working for. Yeah.
So what do you draw from that environment?
I mean, bro, they just bring out what's natural in me. You know what I mean? So they don't try to contain, like other gyms, they try to contain fighters. You know what I mean? You should be this way or you should be this way. Man, coach be like, man, be you. You know what I'm saying? So they really bring out the best of me at all times. You know what I mean? So, you know, like I said, me being from here, from St. Louis, you know what I mean? Like, a lot of people don't like our attitudes. A lot of people, as might say, they don't like our culture. You know what I'm saying? All this other stuff. Coach loves it. You know what I mean? Yeah. And he makes sure to actually amplify what we bring to the gym. You know what I mean? Because we want to feel as much comfort in the gym because we work very hard. Yeah. We work to the point where we try to break ourselves. So whatever we got to do in order to keep that motivation to keep going, then we got to be ourselves. You know what I mean? If you acting and pretending to be somebody else, you're going to break every single time. You know what I mean? Yeah. So you got to really be instilled within yourself in order to know that you can keep going and keep moving forward. You know what I'm saying? Because the way we get it in our gym, but we be going crazy. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's one thing that Coach Joaquin brings. He really instills just bringing out the best of us. You know what I mean? No matter what, and our true identity, our true selves. Yeah.
Do you have an end goal in mind with all this? Like just everything?
Just like in life. I don't know, man. We still on that route. You know what I mean? Right now, my biggest focus is just being the biggest fighter within the UFC. Right now, you know what I mean? I ain't trying to be no Conor McGregor. I ain't trying to be no Israel Adesanya. I ain't trying to be no Francis Ngannou. I'm trying to be the biggest Joaquin Buckley within the UFC. Yeah. And whatever I can do and whatever I can bring, you know what I'm saying, to the UFC, I just want a little piece of that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
So it's like a legacy thing for you.
Yeah, it's a legacy thing, but it's a getting paid thing.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Getting this money thing. You know what I mean? So that's my biggest thing because legacy, I don't focus much on that because the story going to be told how it's going to be told. Okay. I can't focus on that. You know what I mean? I just got to do what I need to do, you know?
Yeah. That's awesome. You got anything?
No, it's nothing now.
Nothing now, you know.
But I mean, I'm telling you, dude, the way you're going right now, dude, it's awesome, man.
I appreciate it, man.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I know you since I was like 15 years old, and I've seen the ups and downs of your career and just your life in general. I'm like, dude, that's something I can look up to. You know, like whenever I had the ideas of me quitting fighting too, you know, the past, and I've seen what you've been through, and which I was like, dude, my situation is close to what Joaquin's is. Why am I fucking bitching about it? You know, I'm like, it's just a motivation for me, not just for me. If people that like know you, you know, and understand you, they understand that. Oh, okay, they're like, Joaquin had a harder life than I did. You know, like. Because, like you said, you lost your parents at a young age, and like I have both of my parents, you know, in my life, and I live in, you know, where I'm from and where you're from are two different storylines. But you know, the way you're going, you just constantly been going up in life in general. You know, it's just a motivation for me, and like people that know you is a motivation. Should be a motivation for them too, right? In my opinion.
Well, I appreciate it, Max. You know what I mean. But you got your own story too. You know what I mean. Everybody does. You know what I mean. They ups, they downs. You know what I mean. They straightforwards because some people just stay stagnant. They just stay on that same level. They just coast. You know what I'm saying? So everybody got their own little situation that they go through. But my biggest thing is just like I said, finding what your purpose is.
Yeah.
Once you understand what your purpose is in life, you know what I'm saying, and you go out and you go get it, you know what I mean? It makes life a little bit more easier. You know what I'm saying? Because regardless, even your downs, it reminds you like, all right, this is a lesson that I have to learn in order to get to my purpose.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? In the future, you know what I mean? So, everybody got their own story, you know what I'm saying? Because, you got trials and tribulations too, you know what I mean? Where you come from and, you know what I mean? You moving here in America, you trying to figure things out for your family and everything. So, we all got a story to tell, baby, Yeah.
You got a message for the Joaquin Buckley fans out there?
Well, if you're a true fan, you know what I'm saying, you'll make sure to support me on all facets, no matter what it is, either watching me fight, buying my merch, you know what I'm saying, sharing my videos, all these different things, man. Just make sure y'all just keep doing what y'all doing, following and supporting. And then the other haters out there, do the same thing. Fuck y'all niggas. I need that money.
Big facts. Big facts. Nah, man, we appreciate you coming on, man.
All right. Appreciate y'all, man. Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
Big facts, bro. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You just got back in town, right?
Yeah, just got
back in town.
Back in business.
Quick prediction for the Kobe versus Masvidal.
Bro, we ain't talking about no fight, dude.
You ain't talking about that?
No, I said we didn't talk about no fight, bro. We ain't talking about Cain Velasquez, bro. That shit was crazy. He said, let's talk.
This is that part 2. This is that Patreon part.
Yeah.
We can if you want. I mean, I don't care.
No, it's all good, bro. No, you said nigga for the part 2, nigga.
Yeah, part 2. Thanks for listening to the podcast. Please rate 5 stars. Go fuck with Joaquin stuff. Fuck with Max's stuff. And
just fuck with us, baby.
Fuck with the boys. All right. Good shit, man.